what's up guys? Huge MMA fan here. First time I've ever done a video or anything like that. I just thought it would be fun to give my predictions for UFC 251's main card. I love MMA, so let's get into it. First fight on the main card, Paige VanZant versus Amanda Ribas. Now, Paige VanZant, 2-3 in her last 5, coming off of a few broken arm surgeries and whatnot. Whereas Amanda Ribas is on a 4-fight win streak, and she snapped Mackenzie Dern's undefeated streak. Now, I think that Paige VanZant is more worried about like modeling and Instagram and all that. Doesn't seem like her head's too much in the fight game. So on this one, I'm gonna have to go with Amanda. I'll go by round 3 submission. I think that if she doesn't get out of there, she'll most likely win a decision. But I don't see Paige VanZant winning this fight. Yeah, that's my prediction for that one. Second fight, we got Rose Namajunas versus Jessica Andrade 2. The first fight, Rose was completely dominating the first round, and then she tried to hold on to a Kimura and got slam KO'd in the second round, which is crazy. But Jessica Andrade also has not fought since she last lost to Zhang Weili, and that was like a 40-something second knockout. So I think that Rose is mentally fresh this fight. She's going to come in stronger mentally. She's going to be ready for everything. I don't see her making the same mistake and getting slam KO'd. So I think Rose is going to win by a second round submission. But I wouldn't be surprised to see a knockout because Jessica Andrade is tough, but she takes a lot of damage. But yeah, that's my prediction for that fight. And then so the first title fight, Jose Aldo versus Petr Yan. Now, Aldo looked great in his first fight down at bantamweight, fighting Marlon. I thought that he won. Many people thought that he won, but a loss is a loss. It is on his record. I don't think he deserves to be fighting for the title, but he's a legend, you know. He obviously still has some gas in the tank. I still think he's a dangerous fighter. For this fight, Yan is a bit younger in his MMA career, hasn't probably taken as much damage, but Jose Aldo is still a legit threat. With that being said, you know, I'm going to go Jose Aldo. I think that he's a little bit more well-rounded, even though he's a little older. He still has some pretty good speed, and this is only his second fight at bantamweight. For all we know, he could be like really, really good at bantamweight. Petr Yan, I mean, he beat Faber, but Faber's 40 years old. I mean, he struggled against Jimmy Rivera a little bit. He got rocked a little bit by John Dodson. So I don't know. I just feel that Jose can pull this out. I would not be surprised if Petr Yan did win, but I will be rooting for Jose Aldo in that fight. And then we got the co-main event next with Max Holloway versus Alexander Volkanovski, the rematch. The first fight, very close. I didn't understand the 50-45. I do agree that Volkanovski did win, but at 50-45, I didn't think so. I thought Max edged out at least the last 2 rounds. But I don't believe that Max has only been training on Zoom. I don't buy that. I mean, if he is and he hasn't been sparring, that's less damage he's taking. Maybe that'll play a good factor in the rematch. But I want Max to win, I really do. And Volkanovski is such a tough fight, and Max is he's talking about he's only made minor adjustments, but Max is just an amazing fighter, so this is a kind of a coin toss. It's kind of hard to predict. I'll go with Max Holloway by decision. I think he can do it. I wouldn't be surprised if it went the other way, Volkanovski by decision. These guys are just like closely matched. Volkanovski's just a leg kicking machine. The dude's legs are huge. He used to be a rugby player, like 200 and something pounds. That's crazy. But yeah, like this fight most likely will go to distance. Volkanovski's talking about he's going to finish Max Holloway. I don't see that happening. Max Holloway has an iron chin, and I mean he's a smart fighter. He gets better as the fight goes on. So hopefully he can start a little faster, because a lot of times he lets the first couple rounds slip from him, and that costs him the fight. So he needs to start a little faster, maybe get some going in the first and second round and get up on the scorecards early and maybe get a finish. I doubt it, but who knows. And then we got the main event, which is by far my favorite fight on the card. Oh my goodness. 6 days notice, Jorge Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman. Man, what a fight. I think it's closer than a lot of people are giving Jorge credit for. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. I don't see Kamaru just throwing him to the ground and ragdolling him for 25 minutes. I just don't see that happening. I mean, who has done that to Jorge? Nobody. He's been taken down and controlled a little bit by Maia, but he was able to get back up. And even Maia said he's the best defensive grappler he's ever fought in MMA. That's crazy for Maia to say that. I think Jorge is going to come out aggressive. I think he's going to have a few tricks up his sleeve that Usman's not ready for. I also don't think Usman's fought anyone like super dangerous when it comes to striking. I mean, he's fought RDA, decent fighter all around. And then he's fought Damian Maia, not a danger striker. Colby Covington doesn't have any power in his punches, so I don't feel like anyone's like had a way to put Kamaru Usman in trouble. Like, people say he has an iron chin, but his chin hasn't really been tested. Yeah, he's been hit by some good shots by Covington, but I mean, Covington has not that much power. You get somebody like Masvidal, if he cracks you, man, you're gonna go down. Now, I understand that Kamaru, he has amazing wrestling, amazing conditioning. He can go all 5 rounds hard. He's shown that time and time again. But I think this fight is closer than a lot of people are thinking it is, and I think it's a hard fight for both men. I think it's a hard matchup for Masvidal, a hard matchup for Usman. I think it's a great fight. My prediction, I'm going to have to go with, a lot of people will probably disagree, but I'm going to have to go with Masvidal. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. A lot of people think he's a 6-day notice fight, but he's obviously been training. So I think Masvidal is going to take it. I think he might even win by a TKO. And people think, I don't, honestly, if it does go into the 3rd and 4th round, I don't see like Masvidal getting crushed. Like, people think that just because it goes later, Masvidal is going to tire out and get absolutely demolished. I don't see that happening. Like, when is I mean, I know it's short notice, but Masvidal, he has a good gas tank, man. I don't know. I feel like people are writing him off. I wouldn't be crazy shocked if Kamaru won, but I don't see like a complete domination if he does win. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Masvidal by a 2nd round TKO. And yeah, if you agree with my picks, disagree, let me know in the comments. So hopefully some of you see this, some huge MMA fans, and can't wait for tomorrow, guys.